Peace be upon you. Full moon. Oh, I stopped it. Aries, overall, if you've already made your choices and you are on the right path, which is your own at this stage, things are actually looking amazing. Success. Either reward, awards, acknowledgement, recognition, accolades, promotions, raises, new job offers, etc., etc. So let's look overall at your energy. This is the moment also where you actually get to determine on whether you feel you're on the right path or not, because what gives? If nothing happens, then you need to re-strategize, especially on a professional level. You have important decisions to make. Otherwise, it's just on the up and up. Overall energy, good fortune, on the up and up. Major changes upcoming, all for the better. Love. Relationships, romantic connections. You have a challenge here, reversed. You may have been closing your eyes to the fact that, speaking of changes, at least on a personal level, you're going to have to make some, because this is unrequited love. This is usually a connection that was made based on, false premises, or just the initial, maybe just physical attraction. But when it comes down to it, in the long run, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. What this tells us is either there was some different reason, ulterior motive here, on either one or both ends, or there was passion and it fizzled out. That's all there was to it. It wasn't meant to be a long-term relationship. It was merely based on chemistry and probably some form of, again, ulterior motive, either to do with opportunities, finances, comfort, etc. Either way, it's unrequited love, revelation, a realization of said. So on a personal level, you've got things to let go of, rather, or at least to have an honest conversation, clarify, and therefore be able to move forward. Okay. Moving on to Taurus. You're also going towards expansion and adventure rather than establishing some, or kind of taking something to the next level. This is about embracing something entirely new, though, because you need to step out of your comfort zone, basically, expand in some sense. So long distance traveling, international traveling, international relationships, probably online dating, why not, or meeting people online, forums, communities, and so on. Immigration, literally, you may actually be choosing to consider moving to or relocating to a different country. There's this mixture of various cultures, and so you're definitely expanding. And this may actually, if you're into education, or this may tie in with your work. It's some form of enrichment in some sense, socially, intellectually, culturally, that you're also going to see the benefits of when it comes to, expanding or broadening your horizon, even career-wise, professionally. And reaching yourself as a person leads you to being a better professional, right? So, okay. You have a message here overall. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desire. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Again, I see you. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. And as you do that, I believe you've already done it, you discover that, hey, I think I'm ready. I think I want this. You're excited about something. There's that openness, spark, beautiful. Love-wise, again, you seem to be expanding in this direction, but we have any love messages for you? I'm keeping it short also because there are a lot of there's a lot of content available and information in regards to this moon overall, with astrologically, etc. But separation, yeah, time apart from your partner. So on a personal level, you're also still gonna benefit because you definitely need a break. Something either needs to be put on hold or on pause in order to either process or rediscover yourself and so on. So something is definitely not going in the right direction, not working. Sometimes it's just a matter of you changing while the other person, you know, either changing in a entirely different direction that may be incompatible with you, or the direction that you're trying to go into, or they're not, you know, they're not willing to grow with you in the same manner or direction. Let your friends help you. You're going to probably meet someone new in your travelings. Gemini. Speaking of kind of the same energy that Taurus has, except the dynamics is obviously going to be unique to each of you. There is separation for you, a parting of ways in some sense. There's a closing out, closure energy, separation, division, parting of ways, divorce sometimes, yes. End of contracts, conclusions overall. Also ending of closing out loans, leases. You just need this, almost like a liberation, a resolution of some sort. On the other hand, you will have great energy when it comes to intimacy and sexuality in general, whereas you're going to be probably more willing to explore, more, you know, extroverted. Things that you may have up until now, you know, kept to yourself, you're now going to take it upon yourself, especially if you're going to embrace singlehood. I'm not saying you're going to separate in order for you to explore other options, but that's not the reason. But it's because it doesn't work. It's not for you anymore. But at the same time, again, you have this sense, this need of liberation, transgressing, not necessarily in a negative way. You just need to explore. Express yourself as well. As for your finances, there seems to be some unexpected extra income benefits in some sense. So energy-wise, let's look overall. Okay, we have a card for you. Fear. You feel either stuck, limited, restricted, etc. You're either feeling conditioned by someone basically trying to be with you at all costs. This is what I strongly fear. Fear. Someone that's resisting to this change, someone that may have refused or is refusing to kind of let you go, whether it's because they're not going to give you the divorce, whether they refuse to move out, whether they refuse to stop trying to contact you or convince you in some manner. Someone is deeply hurt. They're not ready to let you go or let this relationship go, whatever that may represent to you. So I guess that's why you're struggling so much. That's why you need a breather somehow. Absolutely. You need major changes here. It's fear of transformation. I don't see you being the one being fearful. Quite the contrary. You finally have that boost. Because even though, yeah, we have a Capricornian energy, which is rather has the ability to be more firm and proactive in pursuing what's in their best interest. But it's opposite to Cancer, for example, which is your fellow neighbor sign when it comes to emotions over there. So it's kind of a clash in between being kind, generous, empathetic, and so on towards a partner or someone close to you, and just deciding that no, I have to be firm, even though I don't want to hurt, I don't want to do this, but I gotta. So I just have to build a new life for myself. So you're seeing also, you know, in the bigger scheme of things, if I have to kind of stay firm on my choice right now and hurt someone, I gotta do it because there's my future at stake. So in the long run, this wouldn't work anyway. I simply cannot do it anymore. So you're gonna be able to also invoke, you know, very practical reasons for needing to just move on. It's not sustainable anymore. So you're gonna either withdraw support, or you may already have investment, or by the time, resources, energy, or overall effort, you've already kind of withdrawn to some extent. And yeah, someone is definitely caught up in their perception of their relationship with you, and they don't want to let you go. But I do feel you're going to be strong and literally, you know, cut heads off with there's nothing I can do. I cannot betray myself, nor be in a relationship that I don't want to be in. So yeah, freedom for you, Gemini. Do we have a message as well? Let's see. Okay, so you have something in opposition here, a bit of a challenge. Name all the things you love. Are you one of them? I give myself all the love and attention I need. That's what this is all about, yeah. So someone saying, hey, I cannot, don't do this to me. And I am what I am. I'm going to choose what I need to choose for my own good. It is what it is. I'm sorry. So yeah, you're genuinely struggling to do this because someone is holding on. Cancer. Cancer, you're all about friendship, partnerships. And if you are already in a relationship, a committed relationship, or a happy, serene one, do expect, you know, starting making those long-term plans, moving to the next stage, growing closer, feeling more, you know, complicity, intimacy, etc. in all senses. So the next step may involve, you know, moving in, commit officially, or overall just making plans for the long run, including, I don't know, presenting each other to each other's families, something more official, planning a summer holiday together, whatever. So if you're not in this kind of a relationship, whereas you're expanding in that direction, much like Aries, this is kind of a make it or break it, whereas you're gonna finally have that clear clarity, that clear understanding of, hey, this is not working. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to also say, we got to go our separate ways. If you had something, you know, in the air, hanging, or so lots of negotiations, opportunities, you need to stay open. Debates, reaching agreements, very open, very communicative. You're trying to kind of make sure that everything is fair and balanced, whether work, relationships, and overall, right? Friendships, family. Let's look at your overall message. Messages, I should say. Birth. I do feel this specific Cancer that connects with this message actually is ready for partnership, as I was saying. There's also plans of pregnancy, probably also, you know, blessed surprise of a pregnancy, and you're absolutely ready for it. So this marks the beginning. You're embracing it fully. We're gonna look at messages for love as well, if they are possible. Okay, kind of a bit of a challenge or something that may have escaped you. Am I in my head or in my heart? I believe you kind of, yeah, you seem to see that there's kind of something calling to your heart, and something distinctively to do with just the practical, just the rational. So your heart is full on one end, and there's an expansion when it comes to all other aspects of your life. But they seem to be separate for the time being. What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. Again, you have this a persona, basically, that you use general-wise, adapting it to various dynamics and social environments and so on, circumstances. Whereas with your person, you seem to be wholeheartedly there. You got to find though some way for you to be able to, you know, be as authentic as possible. Either way, there's this chasm, right? There's this constant clash in between the two worlds. You cannot fully separate them because there's something that connects the two worlds, or, you know, work and family or love. It's that person, it's you. So you got to find some balance, otherwise you're going to feel pulled at one point, or your two selves will clash. So be aware of that, okay? You tend to divide the two. You may appear extremely harsh, or even though maybe friendly, but also very serious, or either way you have a specific persona that seems to be working for you work-wise, right? But you're an entirely, completely different person at home, and that's beautiful. Just to have that blessing, to have found someone with whom you feel you can be, you know, unapologetically and fully, completely yourself. But then you feel as if you have to, every day you have to kind of, you know, sacrifice that self. You don't. You can always take it, of course, adapting it, and that core self that you love so much, and also, you know, reveal it to the other people that you may interact with. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yes, absolutely. Children, definitely children here as well, I see. Leo, you're very energetic. Right now you're charged as ever. You're juggling, multitasking most definitely. You're juggling lots of things, but efficiently. So developing projects, plans, routines, etc. And you may actually find yourself kind of flip-flopping a bit, ping-ponging at one point, and that's when you kind of, you know, need to reassess your priorities. Then again, you may ride this wave, because it's exactly when you would be, it's that time where you decide all of a sudden up and leaving after putting all the effort you could into something, and you can actually start a new job, do 180s, improving your health overall, and so on. You're making major changes, power moves here. So just know that at one point something's gonna either, you know, call you to serenity, balance, harmony, back to self. Take breaks, don't risk a burnout. And yeah, again, reveal priorities and simplify as much as possible. And if need be, yeah, drop it all and start something completely new. Whether others like it or not, this is simply how you function at this time. You may just drop something all of a sudden simply because it doesn't seem to propose or present having the potential of it being completed in the manner that you would deem ideal. So you also have, therefore, the ability of foresight. You kind of see where things are unfolding. And again, if you find still some possibility for something to go, not to survive, whether it's relationships, jobs, career, finances in general, right, contracts, but rather to, to flourish. If you don't see that, you're just probably going to find a way to keep to your ultimate goal, no matter how high, and usually you tend to set them pretty high. Therefore, you're willing to do anything to get that. So you're very expansive, explorative, daring, courageous. But again, it can cut both ways. You may also take certain risks. You may be a bit impulsive in certain regards. You may not consider the possible consequences of, for example, breaching a contract. And so be wary about that. Let's look at your overall energy. Remember, everything cuts both ways, but other than that, you're on the road to success, Leo. This is definitely propelling you, especially career-wise. You have great aspirations, you know what you want to achieve, and looking at what you're working at. That's why you're also having, exploring more things at once. You're hyperactive, workaholic right now, energetic. And you seem to, again, be very capable in, handling all of these things. But that's not the point. The point is you want to see the results. You want things to move in a certain rhythm, in a certain direction, and so on. Once you feel that, it's not working, you're just going to drop it. You're not even going to try and adjust it, drop it next. For many, that's actually quite... a successful tactic in the long run. But yeah, risks are involved. You have no problem taking them at this time. Creation, yeah. You're sticking to what you actually want to manifest. The ultimate goal. You're absolutely focused on the prize here, and you're going to do whatever you need to in order to achieve it. This includes changes, important changes, or you're not too bothered whether what someone may think about your changes or choices, especially if you have co-workers, employees, and how this affects a company, colleagues, or even family members or friends, or you don't really care. You stick to your guns, literally. It's your way or the highway. You have two cards here. One is a kind of a challenge. Am I clear on what my soul wants? Yes, all this multitasking, trying to juggle more things at once. It was basically you exploring which would be the right route. And if none of them is, you have no problem dropping them all and taking a 180. So power moves, some of them extremely risky, especially financially. So from whom can I release my judgment right now? Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. Careful about ego tripping and disconsidering entirely people who have been there for you, or people who are perfectly capable of actually helping you achieve said goal, if only you were open, towards their own needs and nature. And so mutual respect and trust. And you always had this issue with delegating, right? Especially if you're already in a position where you have someone working under you, or you have this, this issue of being extremely demanding, and you're unapologetic about it. But there's a fine line until it becomes very disrespectful, exploitative, tyrannical, and no amount of money, can make up for the disrespect. But then again, they put themselves in that position. So the thing is that this may go both ways here. There will also be people that actually don't want to join you in this journey. They may deem you overly ambitious, and just overall you haven't managed to build deeper connections with them. You don't consider them equals, because you're right, on a social scale and even financially they're not your equals, right? But yeah, you gotta think about that, okay? You need good people. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you need good people. You know that. You cannot do it all. So I think this is your problem. You kept messing up, these kinds of connections, whereas they would have benefited you in achieving something this great project that you have over here, but this master plan. But the issue is you keep, you know, ruining the relationships because you're ambitious. Again, you sacrifice maybe just, you know, being rather more delicate, more considerate, more respectful, more... you don't really seem to be able to do that. So on whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. I see this quite a challenging one for you. Look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. So if you would allow yourself some space for certain things to unfold in a rather more natural manner, and hey, you do you, what can I say? That's all I'm going to say, because speaking is absolutely pointless right now. Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you know it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Your heart, your heart. This is rather more to do with just raw ambition, Leo. Ask yourself what it is that your soul really wants. What does your heart crave? Take one step in that direction. So I feel on a personal level also, yeah, relationships have... Speaking of, let's look at love for you. You're closed-hearted, reconciliation in reverse. Oh, yeah. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Oh, no, they're not. It's reversed. So, hey, you have the freedom, you know. Achieve what you need to fulfill, but I wish you could also consider, because you do have a very loving, generous, kind nature. There's that inner child of yours. You also need, you know, friendship, connection. But yeah. Virgo, it's all about love for you this season. This full moon, sorry. Well, let's call it, because a cycle is closing out, especially because it's in the 10th sign or 10th sign of Capricorn, your fellow earth sign. So it does feel for you like as if there's a shift in vibration, in frequency, in your perception of the world. And it seems almost as if your heart is genuinely filled with some form of hope and faith and healing and clarity and serenity. This perfect time also for you to kind of take it easy, take a break, relax for a moment, indulge, spend time in good company. You're genuinely embracing presence, just being in the moment. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you're actually the one that could fall in love right now. Even with your partner, there was some form of a disconnect here. And if you're single, same thing. If you have a creative inclination, absolutely start exploring that part, that aspect of you as well. You might find yourself again bursting with this connection with the whole, and it's just so beautiful. And that, therefore, you're also, again, Virgo, you're going to fall in love, or you already feel you're falling in love all over again with your partner, and so you're just in that love frequency. relaxation, breaks, indulging, pampering, etc. Taking care of yourself. But also find an outlet for you to express and explore all of this beautiful energy. Oh, why did I cut? Where can I ask for more help in my life? Someone new may be coming. Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Today, ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. I ask for what I want and I'm open to receiving it. You may be actually more courageous in, speaking your mind when it comes to someone that you may be interested in. Speaking of, let's look at your love. Oh, we have a card. Harvest in reverse. You're definitely not working now. You're not too concerned with, finances, the material. Again, it's powerful energy here. And you seem definitely fulfilled with what you've achieved up until now. That's where the sensation is coming. Hey, all things considered, I feel amazing. This is amazing. So, learn to express your needs, your intentions, be more open, extroverted, unapologetically so. Communicate more, or ask someone out. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. That's your energy right there, Virgo. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Libra, home is where the heart is, right? It's all about your environment, your living environment, relationships, family. You may be also considering renewing. You're looking at your environment with different eyes, right? So you're definitely making changes on a personal level as well. So based on those changes, your environment needs to kind of be updated as well, your living space, right? And if you're not satisfied with it, this is the right time to also finally go pursue what you deem you would actually be deserving of at this time. So if you decide that you need to live somewhere else, then whatever opportunities you have, maybe you need help financially, see if you can get a loan. You can dare at this time. Ask for a loan. See if you can maybe find a different job elsewhere. Dare to dream, dare to expand towards something that is definitely important to you. And right now seems to have to do with living space, environment. But that also obviously ties in with location, your social circle, how you can explore or express yourself, opportunities that you may have, either location-wise, again, living space-wise. Can you make your life more comfortable, more serene, and so on and so forth. So even as a shift in neighborhood or a shift in putting curtains, stuff like that, throwing things out, to all of these actually are an externalized confirmation of you genuinely wanting to just align with something that you've already started to genuinely feel. And that is a change, a shift within you. You've made decisions, important ones. And now there's individuation. So you have the sensation of returning back to center, whatever is left after exploration of various dreams, options, hopes, desires, then going through the pain and so on and losing them. Most of humanity is going through this. But now you're at that beautiful stage where you're saying, hey, I think I like this, right? I think I'm happy with this. Anything else? It's the journey. I'm just going to move in that direction and continue expanding. And yeah, I take it upon myself. I'm honest about my needs. I want to explore something new. I'm ready for this. I'm done with that. They go hand in hand, right? As you're basically resetting everything in your life. So you need the level of freedom both within and without in order to do that. And that automatically will also reveal where you're actually being limited or you have been limiting yourself. whether practical, financially, and so on, based on the revealed priorities and genuine needs that you currently have. Oh, fear. Nothing to fear. 5 into 6, 2 and 4. Again, foundations, choices. I feel finding serenity in aloneness as well. You see? And coming out of your head. Not caring as much about others, what others think. But again, I see also individuation, the need to kind of stay in the center, even if it's terrifying. And you've done it. You faced something painful, even if it was terrifying, if it would have cost you a dream or an expectation or something that you were struggling to accept. But that's what comes out of it. 6 is obviously successful solutions, finding spiritual family, alignment with and deeper connections anchored higher, therefore in the heart. With the right people, this also marks the breakdown, or rather the revelation of lack of genuine connections around you. So I do see you need to explore, even if it's just for a holiday, not for you to necessarily relocate, or explore. If it's your workplace as well, explore, or at least take a break. Are you one of them? Name all the things you love. Are you one of them? We just had this. I was trying to post something in the community. It was too long, and I decided to record it, and it's the last video, home. I give myself all the love and attention I need. Hallelujah. Let's look at love for you. Love, relationships, romance. Soulmates, twin flames, existing or upcoming. I'm sorry, I have super glue all over my hands. I cannot even feel them. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yes, you're open. Automatically, this means you are about to meet someone new. If you're in a relationship, you're going to find resolution, overcoming possible obstacles. If there was a cooling off or some doubt or confusion, or it may not have to do with the connection in between the two of you. External factors may have been. So communicate, but rather just seek intimacy, both, spending time with one another. Try not to allow anyone to interfere in between the two of you, or anything, right? So reconnect as well. For those that are already in marriages, engaged to higher levels of commitment, living together, there's an opportunity here to actually genuinely connect in the heart and, vibe with one another again. Beautiful. Scorpio. Scorpio, more than usual, the world needs to hear what you have to say. They're listening, they're watching, they want to know. You seem to be the one that people may navigate towards for advice right now. Especially now, you're particularly gifted in the oratory art, so you can convey things in a manner that's simple, direct, easily understood, and so explore writing it down, social networking, advertising, projects, etc. Speak up when it comes to changes at your workplace and so on. But also, again, on a social level, there's a new opportunity, some form of a minor change or a If a contract has expired, it needs to be updated, an updated contract, a renewal, I wanted to say. Sorry, the word just slipped my mind. Short distance travel for you. You need that break. Overall energy. So, nothing to worry about. As a matter of fact, you probably want to be surrounded, honored, cherished, respected. Your views are held in high regards. And so, don't worry. Just say what you need to say. The world will thank you. Harmony. Beautiful energy. 7. You may also find yourself to be the mediator. Again, when it comes to either contracts, friendships, relationships, and so on. Wise advisor. You embody beauty, archetypal divine feminine, Venusian energy, love, justice as well, truth, and wisdom. So stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You may have given up on it temporarily, love-wise, and the message. Then again, you're on your throne there. Yep, I see you mediating a lot. From where can I release my judgment right now? It's in reverse, Leo. You lost your hope for something here. You're no longer pursuing it, or you've given up on something. Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. Probably your last connection was, wow, a bit painful. A lot. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. Look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. So, you are also deserving of love, okay? Remember that. You seem to be imparting it, but you've given up, yes, after probably a failed marriage. High level of commitment here. Energy, singlehood, the spark will be back soon enough. You just don't seem to feel as if you would have possible counterparts out there, hence the need to release judgment. Sag. What is, yes, Sag. Sag, you need to reconsider your relationship with finances. Money, do you have this kind of a toxic pattern of money? Lots of money coming quickly in and out. So you could get some probable windfall, extra money, gifts, inheritance, new job offers, maybe something you've explored on the side. But this is an opportunity also for you, if you want to actually, raise, ask for a raise, obtain said raise your prices if you're selling products or services and so on. And there seems to be no concern when it comes to your source of actual income. When it comes to jobs or work, here goes one, here comes another one. So everything seems to go very quickly, but things are substituted to such a degree, whereas you may lose the value of anything, or, you know, actual connection and passion, or the ability to actually build something as a legacy or long term. Or why not? Did you consider maybe mentorship as well? That's extremely important. You would have so much satisfaction from that. So what exactly, how are you inspiring or guiding or, you know, teaching others as well? If you keep, you know, keep it just in this quick rhythm of constant change. And let's see, love-wise. For some reason it comes first for you. Okay, codependency in reverse. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yeah, you're not willing. That's why you move so quickly, and relationships as well. I'm sorry, Sag. I pray you find the strength whenever you're ready to make different choices for yourself, to love yourself more. Will in reverse, yeah. No foundations, no family. You may have checked out even out of actual, you know, committed relationships, and you keep, you know, moving as quickly as possible through everything, basically. Almost as if there's a fear of missing out. But I sense from the get-go that in this case, sadly, there's something that's definitely exacerbating this. There's what's the cause, or what's triggering it. It's not you. That's something that, well, it's you ultimately, but yeah, it's via either use of something, or yeah, that's all I can say. Where can I ask for more help is here, but we're gonna continue. Shuffle again. What am I grateful for right now? Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all our problems. Antidote. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Never mind. Let's close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful today. Notice the abundance growing within you. You can chase and, you know, keep going, but run towards, but ultimately stop for a moment. May you be healed. You may also be consumed or lured by, again, promise of quick rewards. The whole idea, sorry, Sag, of money coming in quickly, money going out quickly, it's always point out to either, obviously, addiction, vices, overspending, right? Gambling. It's always, even if it's shopping or collecting expensive items, or doesn't matter what it is, but so basically you've made choices based on how much money you need, and you need a ton of it, so anything else automatically is sacrificed because of you know, focusing merely on, you know, what you can get. But the moment you get it, then the cycle starts again, right? Because it just goes out the window. Capricorn, you gotta come to the forefront, step into the line, into the literal spotlight. This is the most important full moon of the year. So you have culmination in some sense, personal, professional. You've been working hard for quite a while. You've been putting it in all you've got here. And it's literally that kind of an energy of you laying down the law, making that offer, making that statement, asking for that raise, starting up that business. This is it. And since now you're stronger in your foundations and you've built already something that's going to stand no matter what, you have this courage. And you're also going to be directed towards focusing more on the personal, right, on your personal life. So finally strengthening and kind of clarifying relationships with family. But if you're not in a relationship, you're going to absolutely find one. If you are in one, you're going to check it, see if it stands or it can continue moving on to the next stage, or right, or drop it altogether, because you're seeking for commitment and for something long term. And if you already were in a marriage, it's very possible that you may ask for a divorce. And if you're not, if you're single, you're gonna finally pursue a relationship. Messages for you. Victory in reverse. Why don't you believe it? Why? You put all the work in. You are reluctant to claim something that's rightfully yours. You're resisting to change. But at the same time, you feel it's time. So something's definitely blocking you. I feel that someone is closest to you. Music in reverse. This harmony. This also, when it comes to communication, directly means that something is messing up your vibration here. Sound-wise, it may be someone's speech, someone putting, whispers and doubt in your mind, your ear. You're either feeling something, oh wow, this is very toxic actually, Capricorn, extremely toxic. Someone has been pulling you down, keeping you there. It's not you. Someone likes it where you are currently at. It benefits them to keep you there. It's not you. You're definitely ready to reach that culmination, that successful completion, achievement. 10-10, silence in reverse. As I said, speak up, speak up. It's time to speak up. Something or someone rather, well, it's usually a force that rises the moment you're ready to step to the next level, appears as a challenge. Again, I see you absolutely focusing on family right now. Listen, take a moment. Absolutely well-deserved break. Take a break. And then you'll have your ideas clear. Either way, if you have any person that's been your main advisor, closest to you, the one calling you the most, if it's your counterpart, etc., take a break from them. If it's a counterpart, take 2 days, at least a week, and say, I don't want to hear you. Just please leave me be. You need time on your own here. There's an influence. Yep, microcosm, probably feminine in reverse. A broken feminine, an egoistic, unloving feminine. Yep, willpower, telling you that that you're never gonna be good enough for. They have their way of saying it, though, that it's rather vibrational. It's not straightforward. That's telling you, no, it's fine, don't start this. But at the same time, they're never satisfied, eternally dissatisfied. This can, of course, be a feminine, a boss, for example. Or just in general, your relationship with the feminine if you're a masculine. If you're a feminine, you're constantly being told that a feminine will never achieve that, and so on. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. Engagement. Again, I said it. I see you in a commitment. I think you gotta drop whichever person you're currently either in a relationship with or dating, at least temporarily. Then you're gonna see things clearly. You may be in an extremely toxic connection. Actually, someone exerts. I'm not gonna say anything other than just manipulation. So obviously there is some interest, usually financial, but just overall narcs like to drain, to control, they don't have to have a specific reason. In many cases, even those with actual resources love to keep someone under their control. Your message is, am I communicating my needs? Again, speak up. Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that you are fearing is not, what you are fearing is not true? Today's soul action, journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? Watch out for that. Where is it? If it's a boss, if you find yourself in that state of fear, whereas you're like, I cannot say that. You're constantly, limiting yourself when it comes to what you would actually want to say, or then that's your problem. You need to kind of shift that energy, and I feel you're gonna be ready if you take a break in a moment from said person or connection or job, and once you return, you will be able to actually stand up for yourself, speak up the moment that dynamic rises again, right? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Well, personal wise, if you have a counterpart, I strongly feel you need a new one. And this new one may be someone you've already met at one point in your past. And if you're single, it's about finding one. Either way, you gotta express yourself and be direct, courageous, straightforward. Aquarius, you gotta take it easy on the other hand. You need rest, recharge. Your health may be in need of actual proper attention. You need to actually, take care of yourself for a moment. You may have experienced some form of a burnout. At this point, you gotta really get back in touch with yourself, both soul, mind. You may have done that, but the body's, asking its own. You gotta align all of them. And at this point, this is also the perfect moment for you to actually ask for help, see a professional, go to the doctor, see a physician, a therapist, and so on. Professional help. Let's see your messages overall. So I see you healing, convalescence, taking your health more seriously, in need of nurture and care. Ask for it, seek for it, accept it. When offered, receive it in whichever form it may come. It's time to receive for you. You are nurtured by others right now. 5, harvest. Prosperity, abundance, and again, issues to do with your health. You're probably going to change your diet. You need to eat healthier. If you were eating too little, then you gotta put up some, reconsider your intake. And if you were probably also fasting, if you haven't done it, then you're called to do it. If you I've done it too much, now you need to supplement. Or either way, there's an imbalance here. Rationalism in reverse, and especially at a chemical level seems to translate by you struggling also psychologically or mentally, or when it comes to actually, you know, having control over your mind space, your thoughts in general. Definitely changes are upon you. They have to do with healing. And again, it's a period of receiving. You're in a state of, you know, intake. Prosperity. You have two cards, two messages falling out. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations, get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew you was careful about the heart here, right? And other conditions and blood pressure and so on. Diabetes, either way, just see a professional, please. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Today's soul action is ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Take one step in that direction. Soul and heart is in this card, but we're speaking about actual health concerns that can no longer be postponed, ignored, avoided, or treated with, I see also probably some alternative medicine, not because I have anything again, just saying it didn't work for you, or it wasn't a proper treatment, or you got ill-advised, or you yourself may have, you know, taken upon yourself to educate yourself in a specific route. And hey, I'm with you on that. I've taken my own route when it comes to my health as well. But in this case, it simply seemed to have not worked in your favor. Intake, diet, substances, etc. After all, even nature is a pharmacy, right? It's all about alchemy. Am I in my head or in my heart? Again, your mind space. What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dream. So either way, you got some outlet, again, a professional is perfect because there's no judgment, because they understand the workings of the mind without judgment or misdirecting you in any other direction other than just giving you tools that you yourself take it upon yourself, your own healing then, and apply, right? And see the results of. So a specialized professional is ideal for you right now. Let's look at romance, speaking of the heart, because it keeps coming up. Maybe broken-heartedness here. Battery. The battery is down. Okay. Aquarius. Okay. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. There was a lot of deception and dishonesty. Therefore, in your past connections or relationships. That's why they never pan out. Because of, false beliefs, false perceptions of ourselves, things we project, things we portray ourselves to be, aspiring and so on. And also our perceptions of others will also be, distorted, and when it's passed through the filter of our own masks. Either way, may you be healed. Last but not least, the last shall be the first, Pisces. This is about genuinely celebrating life right now, embracing it all, trying it all. You have the same energy of connecting that I kind of felt it all throughout. That connection seems to be prevalent at this time, whether it's for work, whether to see how we can work well with one another, whether we align on projects, visions, ideals, etc., etc. But they all seem to come back to actual connection, genuine connections in the heart. And you can have those, especially if there are no premises on the table, no ulterior motives, no expectations, no hidden agendas. That's what I see you doing, Pisces, right now. So you're either traveling or choosing a location that's just so out there for you, and you would be willing to, make those sacrifices to actually genuinely go and experience something in its more natural form. Or so, even if you were to go traveling, you're not going to go, in a more kind of a comfortable setting, or what would be defined as such. Or no, you want, the real deal. You're all about that. You have the energy for it. You cannot wait to actually immerse yourself in a culture. Of course, there are risks as well. So it's about also finding connections also online, networking, being more open and actually present even in the social, online communication wise, on social platforms and so on. So why not maybe also starting to document your travelings, or just this turns into a genuine change in lifestyle as well. You're embracing your freedom, and that may actually translate in you choosing a manner in which you share it with the world, whether it's for writing, blogging. Actually, many actually still do blogging, whether it's for their own therapy, like automatic writing, self-expression, or just their own memories, right? Writing down their own journals and so on. It doesn't matter. It's self-expression. It's an outlet. It's content creating, books and so on. But networking also speaks that you actually, this may turn into a choice in career. You may start to actually work with a freelance journalist. Why not meet someone abroad? And so this turns into family, community, partnerships, and precisely because they're made in the heart. They're so natural, they're so spontaneous, almost as if God brings you together. And especially because there are no expectations in any specific direction, why they unfold so naturally there where they're supposed to, and that's why they work so well. Because they're meant to be happening. There are no egos there. Just alignment, resonance, almost like finding an old friend, and trust and authenticity. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Much like Scorpio, people actually are navigating towards you right now. Absolutely loving your vibe, your energy. You're oozing, you're emanating, you're oozing, you're inspiring as well, and just blasting with love. It's so beautiful. Let's look at your energy. Choice in reverse. You're not making any. I think you're coming out of a tower. This may appear as a false awakening. It could be if you don't see where this is expanding you and embrace this as your new reality, as your new world. Hopefully nothing will pull you back in the old one. Yes, changes are upon you. You went through something extremely painful, traumatic, because we have Kali energy here. You can associate it both with death. Speaking of, you can look at the Scorpio's message as well. Both with death, but general wise also with tower. That stage is over though. This is the once the death is done, something that you feel you had no choice over. So fatality, destiny, right? The only way from here is up. Beneficial sound in reverse. And divine freedom in reverse. This may actually have to do with legality, something bureaucratic, official, even if it's the news of a loss of a loved one. But this genuinely just shook your world. And you felt stuck for so long, obviously working on it. Let's see what further message. Pisces. You are on the road to success. It's exactly what I feel. You may actually take on also sports. And as I said, I see you in remote locations exploring genuinely. But also obviously needing that space. You may find fellow hikers and, campers, so on and so forth. If you choose that. You've never felt as free. You never were this free. Where can I create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Do today's soul action. Do a clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space. Clarity will come. You're definitely, closing out the cycle here. You do have, again, this energy of receiving both the support and moving in that new direction. There it is. Beautiful energy. The illusion has shattered. The old you is gone. You've probably lost someone dear to you. Macrocosm. It's a masculine energy. It's willpower. It's emanation. It's a seed. But it's also that energy of bestowal, where you're putting something forth. You're putting yourself forward. Your story, your light, your love, you're opening up to the world. And literally throwing yourself back in it. It's so beautiful, Pisces. Take courage and willpower. There it is. Again, focus also on building your, whatever gives you that sensation of, stability, security. And to you, it has to do rather more with the heart, how you feel, how you're vibing with those around you, whether you feel understood, whether you feel loved, whether you like the people's natures and hearts and characters, and right. So take good care of yourself. May you all be healed, sealed, guided and protected on your path. Message for the collective, the heart. Let's look. You are a beautiful soul. Look within and you will see it. There is a pearl in your heart. Close your eyes and feel it. The most precious thing is inside you. Calm your mind, meditate, and you will feel your soul's infinite spiritual realm. In looking within, you will never go without. The source for healing is within. Right? So, shalom.